As you guys already know, women in today's modern age, the internet age, have a plethora of sexual and dating options. Specifically, today I'm talking about the options that Black women now have due to social media and online dating. People think that a lot of people might think that a lot of the dudes who are hitting up these Black women in their DMs, trying to holler at these Black women online and on dating sites, that it's only Black men who are trying to hit these Black women up. But nah, that's not the truth. It's also other races of men who are in these Black women's DMs and trying to hit these Black women up, and things of that nature. It's other races of men too. You think these other races of men aren't attracted to Black women? Black men aren't the only race of men who are attracted to Black women. These other races of men are hollering at them too online. And it's easier for these other races of men to holler at Black women online compared to like approaching them on the street or whatever. And let me explain why. It's kind of a cultural taboo for certain races and ethnicities of men to be seen publicly with a Black woman. Might be a taboo in their culture. You know, a lot of these other cultures are racist, especially towards Black people. And so another race of man that might be in public, chilling, walking, whatever, and they'll see an attractive Black woman. But since they don't want to be looked at funny by other people in their cultural group might be looking at them funny, talk to a Black woman in public. So a lot of these racist men would have normally shied away from approaching a Black woman in public because it's a taboo in their culture. Or a non-Black man, this is a different situation now. Or a non-Black man, they might see a sexy sister in public, but they see Black men who are around. So they're scared to approach that Black woman because they don't know, they might be scared to approach her in front of other Black men. Like they might be thinking like, man, these Black dudes might beat my ass if I talk to that sister. So I'm gonna shy away from approaching her right now in public. So those are like reasons really that would apply in past generations, like maybe like in the 90s or 2000s. I mean, before 2000s really, but I mean, kind of in 2000s too, because, you know, there was online dating, social media, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. But back in past days, since it was kind of taboo for a non-black man to be seen with a black woman in certain cases, and since social media and online dating wasn't used or wasn't being used as much, then that would just close the deal for other races of men fucking with black women. Like if you can't approach a black woman in public because it's a taboo in your culture, then there's no other way you can get at that black woman. But in today's day and age, even if a non-black man can't approach a black woman in public or is afraid to approach a black woman in public because it's a cultural taboo for them to do so, now they can just hit up these women, these black women, in their DMs and on social media, on online dating sites instead. Okay, so they might be scared to approach these black women in public because it's a taboo. Now they could just not even worry about that risk and just low key holler at these black women without other people seeing them, like online, right? And that's exactly what's happening in today's age. These other races of men are hollering at black women at ease when there's no one else to be seen to see them. And they're hooking up with these black women and having sex with them. So in today's age, black women are getting hit up by everyone. They're getting hit up by white men, Hispanic men, Asian men, and of course black men too. And this hurts black men. And to understand why it hurts black men, you have to understand like how black women perceive black men and how society as a whole perceives black men. This society sees black men as being bottom of the barrel. Black men are seen as low class, and especially with black women, I mean, black women historically have been put above black men. So historically, black women have always looked down on us in this culture and look down on us and view us lowly compared to how they view other races of men. So nowadays, all these other races are hitting up black women in their DMs, right? And they're choosing these other races of men over black men. Black men are their last option, and they're choosing these other races of men over black men because they see these other races of men being superior to black men. And this is one of the main reasons why in today's age, a lot of black men, the majority of black men are like sort of struggling with black women. And we're struggling with black women, a lot of black men, because black men are their last options. They're choosing everybody else before us. They're choosing white men before us, Hispanic men before us, Asian men before us. And all these men are hollering at them. They have all these options. Black women have so many options. That's why they can get away with rejecting the majority of their own men. They can get away with, black women can get away with rejecting the majority of black men because they have a plethora of options. If black women didn't have a plethora of options, then they wouldn't even be in the position to reject the majority of black men. But these black women have options from all these races of men. Black men are being chosen last because, in a black woman's eyes, black men ain't shit. We're beneath everybody. So we're the ones getting chosen last by black women. And this situation is just leaving black men in the cold.